Hey everyone, this week we're going to be talking about 5 reasons why you should probably be using a camera a bit like this and not like this. So today we're going to be talking about the benefits of using a real camera like this over using a smartphone camera. And before you flood the comments, don't worry, I really like using smartphone cameras. I use them all the time, they've got their benefits. But there are some things you can do with a DSLR or mirrorless camera that you can't do with a smartphone. And today we're going to be running through 5 of those. I'm going to take some photos. We're at Langsett in the Peak District. And I'm going to get some photos along the way and talk about those benefits. So let's crack on and get some shots. So today I brought with me the Nikon D500, which is a DSLR camera. I also use my Z7 most of the time, which is a mirrorless, and both of those cameras and most DSLRs and mirrorless cameras have interchangeable lenses. That means that you can take off the lens and swap it for another one. With smartphones you can't really do that. Some of them come with different lenses on the front. You might have a choice of 3, for example, a telephoto, a wide and a standard, but you're never going to get the same amount of variety that you get with a DSLR or mirrorless camera. So at the moment I've got a 17 to 55mm lens on there, and I'm getting quite a nice scene here, but it's a little bit too wide, so I'm going to swap to my 70 to 300mm lens and really get in tight and get some detail. Okay, so reason number 2 is that you can use far many more accessories and filters and flashes and things like that with a DSLR or mirrorless camera than you can with a smartphone. You can get things that clip onto your smartphone and they kind of work a little bit, but you're never going to get as much quality or functionality as you're going to get by using a proper real camera. So we've got a scene here behind me, we've got some water, there's quite harsh light, it's reflecting on that water, so I'm going to pop a circular polarizer onto my lens and that'll help get rid of those harsh glares and flares. So the third reason is that you've got much more control over your camera settings. You can change things like shutter speed, aperture, ISO, exposure compensation, metering, white balance, all those kinds of things. And you can do that to a certain extent with smartphones, but you're never going to have as much control as you have with a DSLR or mirrorless camera. It's getting quite bright now. I've got a lot of harsh highlights, so I'm going to be using exposure compensation, just dialing back those highlights a little bit, just to tone down and make sure I'm not overexposing my image. Okay, so the fourth reason is that the ergonomics of DSLRs and mirrorless cameras are much better than smartphones. Smartphones are designed to fit into your pocket. They're square, they're thin, and you can use them to hit photos. People have got quite used to it nowadays, but they're not really designed for it. They can slip out your fingers, you can get achy hands if you've got quite a large phone, and all around they're just not as good as a purpose-made DSLR or mirrorless camera. You've got a hand grip, you've got ergonomic shapes, you've got the buttons in all the right places so that you can just hold that and you can really just concentrate on your compositions and your camera settings to get a good image. Okay, so the fifth reason is that you're going to get much better prints. If that's what you want to do, if you want to print out your images, you're going to get much better quality from using a DSLR or mirrorless camera. Smartphones are great for on-screen. You've got quite a lot of megapixels these days, and for on-screen purposes, they're going to compete with these types of cameras. You're not going to notice the difference, but when you print those out, you are going to start noticing artifacts and slight resolution differences. So yeah, this is the way to go if you want to print images. Okay, so the light has been very harsh today. It's been difficult to get good shots, but I think I've got some photos I can use now. So I'm going to head home and we'll finish the video back there. Okay, so I'm not at home. I've decided to bring Otis out for a walk and I thought it'd be quite a nice place to finish the end of the video here. As I said earlier, don't get me wrong, I really do like smartphones. I've done videos before where I've captured images with them and they're great at what they do. There's some really good benefits. The main one is that they're really small and compact. You can keep it in your pocket, and you know what they say, the best camera is the one you have with you, and you've always got your smartphone. There'll be times when you just have to use that. But the main reason I wanted to make this video is that some people have never experienced the alternative, especially people who are younger, who have grown up with smartphones, and they don't know all the benefits of an interchangeable lens system, for example. So I would definitely recommend you go out and try an interchangeable lens system, a DSLR or a mirrorless system, and just see what the differences are and what the benefits are. You can get some really good deals now, second hand, particularly on DSLRs, so go and get yourself a bargain and try it out. That's about it for this video, so a massive thank you for watching. But if you are new to the channel and you're not yet subscribed and you'd like to do so, you can just click down there on the big red button, or over here on this picture of me, and that way you'll stay up to date with everything I'm doing each and every week. There's a new video every Sunday morning at 10 AM UK time. So I hope you'll join me next week for the next one, but until then, thanks a lot everyone, and bye for now.